Quinn Ewers from the Texas Longhorns, and everybody's been waiting for you guys to walk into SEC Media Days and think that but the belt buckle comes first. Like that, you have to come strong with the belt buckle game as a native Texan. Like, when do they start teaching you that? Is that something you learn as a kid?
I mean, yeah, but usually you got to earn it because either you get the buckle from winning the rodeo or whatever. But I mean, belt buckles are always fun to hang on to for sure and wear.
Where is this one from? What?
Oh, this is just it was actually a gift, so to have it is super cool.
Very nice. And so, how many people now stop you and be like, "Are you the guy from the video game?"
It hasn't happened a whole lot actually. But who knows?
I think in the state of Texas, they're like, okay, it's QB1 for the Longhorns. but I mean, how crazy is that to think? I mean, you were pretty young when the video game went away, but I imagine you'd played it a little bit.
For sure, yeah.
And to be the guy on the cover when it comes back.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't even know how to put it into words except like it's a blessing and it's humbling, and not just for me, but for the whole university, because all the university gets recognized for it because they see the University of Texas jersey on the cover. So to have that is cool, and it's cool that it's not just for me.
No, and your whole QB room's doing commercials for those things.
That's
so
right.
You're all set. But when you guys come to the SEC, it's interesting for you because you're in the Big Ten, you're in the Big 12. Now you get a new college football experience. But what's the most exciting thing about going into the SEC for you?
I mean, I think they do a good job, and they got a saying, it just means more. So I'm excited to get the full understanding of that and to go everywhere and experience all those games.
How much does having gone to Tuscaloosa and won a game last year help in terms of just understanding what the environments are like and what the competition level is like?
Yeah, I think that's huge for us. We've gone into Alabama Stadium and we did well. So, but that we gotta be consistent on that aspect of things.
Well, that's one thing last year, though, that I thought you guys did improve on. It is, there were years past where Texas would have games where it kind of played down to the level of competition, but you had a couple of those tougher games and you still won them last year. Was that something you had talked about before the season, being able to handle those situations? Or?
Yeah, for sure. I think I was excited for that Alabama win for sure, but coming back home and beating Wyoming,
right,
I think just as big, because I think that just goes to show that how mature we are and we know how to handle the success of winning those type of big games.
Yeah, because if you slip up after the big game, it takes away from winning the big game.
100%.
And so, now that you guys have kind of gotten over that hump, how have you helped the new guys coming in? I mean, because you've done great in the portal last few years, being able to fill holes, but like your receiver room, you lose a couple first round type guys, but it seems like you replenish it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if we want to get to where we want to get to, we got to hold everyone to a high standard, and the standard's the standard at the end of the day. And I mean, all those receivers have really stepped into a good role, and I mean, they're all taking care of each other in there. It's cool to see that they're all competing for the same goal, but they're good friends off the field.
How nice is it when you have somebody coming in who's got huge game experience? Like A.D. Mitchell last year had caught passes in the national title game. Isaiah Bond comes in this year. He caught the 4th and goal from the 31 pass in the Iron Bowl. Is there anything that could phase these guys?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that just goes to show, how mature we are and the experience that we have. And, even the younger guys are mature. Like a guy like Ryan Wingo has come in and really, stepped up. And it's been cool to see how he's handled his freshman year, because he doesn't act like a freshman at all. He's going to be a good player.
Well, Luther Burden was here yesterday, another Missourian, and he was singing his praises. So tell us about Ryan Wingo. What do you expect to see?
I mean, I think he's going to contribute to us for sure. I mean, I'm not sure how that looks right now. We still got fall camp to go through and see how that all turns out. But that room is stacked, and I mean, it could go any way.
So how are you different from the kid who left Texas to go to Ohio State a few years ago?
Man, completely different, I think. I mean, I've grown in so many different ways, whether that be on the field or emotionally and physically, or whether that be in, my own relationships and my relationship with God and with Jesus. So, I think I've grown into, the man I want to be, but continuing to grow into that role.
Is it not hard to do in the kind of spotlight you're in?
Say it again.
Is it hard to do that in the kind of spotlight you're in? Where I mean, basically every move you make is we see it on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's definitely hard, but you know, I think I have a really good corner and a good group of people that surround me and help me make, you know, decisions. And you know, I don't do a whole lot, so I just hang out in the house and hang out with buddies, and I don't do a whole lot.
I was saying you got the video game now to pass the time if you're hanging out at the house.
Exactly.
Did they get you right?
I think they did a pretty good job. You know, it's hard for them to get every single feature right.
Yeah.
But I think they did a great job with, I mean, creating everybody in all 130 whatever schools it is, or 20 schools it is. So, you know, I'm excited how the game.
Well, I went down to Orlando and got the little preview, and they were telling us, okay, we made Quinn with all this awareness and all this poise, and I was like, awesome. So I set up, you know, Texas at Texas A&M and Kyle Field. I'm like, Quinn has all this poise, so I'm gonna still be able to throw. I hit that R2 button, all squiggles.
Yeah.
You need to call them.
That's crazy.
You need to call them. They got to give you the poise they promised.
Yeah, I know. That stadium's going to be rocking.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
As a native Texan, like, what's it like to be able to be part of that game coming back and be the first one back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I was super young when it went away. But, you know, hearing family members and my dad especially talk about it, you know, he actually said that him growing up, that the A&M versus Texas game was bigger than, you know, the Red River rivalry. So to have that game back is it's special for both programs and both universities.
So last one before I let you go, but you guys reached some goals last year. You got to a 4-team college football playoff. You won a conference championship. But the way it ended, how much has that kind of burned this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucked. But, you know, once you get that taste, that little taste, that's all you want to do. So I think it's a good motivator for us.
All right, Quinn. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.